All right, back in the basement again. Figured I'd take you through a quick day in Juggernaut training. Well, maybe a quick day. We're deadlifting, I have some box squats, but I'm gonna take you through. I'm also wearing this hat, which is similar to the hat I wore in the last video. This is a flat bill brimmed hat. Not sure if I can pull this off, but I'm going to try. This is a sample hat. It has the logo of the Naked Squatter, which looks good from far, but far from good. And also this, not really what I'm liking. So the sample did not pass the test, but just playing around with some stuff. Shout out to my man Darko for turning me onto this company, for at least letting me get some samples to kind of figure some stuff out, because I bought a hat from him and he uses this company. And I actually liked his hat quite a lot, and I wear that one a lot as well. So what did I do? I copied it, but put my stuff on it. Let's get to lifting. All right, so deadlift work is done today. Didn't work up to a top set, just had sets of 4. It started at like 465. The last working set was 490. I rated everything at a 6. Deadlifts for me have been difficult these last couple of years. I just always feel like they're super fatiguing for me. I feel like I can't really find my groove. But today's work, I think I started to dial that in a little bit, and the sets got better as the weight went up. So really happy about that. Other stuff I want to talk about, because I've been trying to show you stuff during these things. I'm using the Hansu stainless steel power bar, which is IPF approved. It is basically their version of the Eleiko power bar. It has the sticker, which means it's official. The big difference between this one and that one is bare steel and it costs $1,200. This one is stainless steel. And I believe after the recent price hike, unfortunately, this is around just under $600. It's a great bar, right? Stainless steel, has the longer center knurl. I find like the knurling is a little bit more aggressive on this. And the other thing that I use for the deadlifts, which I don't think I've done a video on, is this Genesis Jack Pro, which is great because this thing is like 6 or 7 pounds. Look I'm jacking the jack. That's terrible, but this is 490 pounds, right? So let's see if I can do this with just this. I know what I can do. Let's make this wider. And look 2 fingers, nice and easy. In fact, let me try to do it with 1 finger. Ready? My fingering game is not as strong as it used to be, but 2 fingers, super simple. So the great thing about this jack is not only is it super lightweight, but it makes things really, really easy to jack, which is always really, really good. So that's that. Deadlifts are done. You're gonna move on to some box squats, and I'll fill you in on what I'm using for that setup after I actually do the work. All right, so box squats are done. 2 sets of 10, went with 315. So last week I did 2 sets of 8 with 315. Last week I rated a 6.5. Today, 2 sets of 10, so 2 more reps per set. Rated a 6, so felt really good. Really happy about that. I'm out of breath. Reps of 10, no bueno. Now, speaking of stuff that is bueno, let's talk about the setup. So here we have in the rack today, because with the box squat, which takes up a lot of room, it's just difficult to fit it here. I wasn't planning on having this combo rack, so as you can see, I have a little bit of clearance here. I need to get some more stall mats, but it just doesn't really make as much sense to do it in the combo. So do it here, using the Strength Co plates, using the grab bag Aggro 2 bar. So this is a custom end cap, but Aggro 2 really nice. The only real difference between this and the retail version is they've taken off the Aggro logo. You still do get the Rogue logo on the other end, I actually like this look better because I don't like that Aggro logo on the bar. But stainless steel and then black Cerakote. Aggro 2 is just like an Ohio Power Bar, but higher peaked, but still volcano. So really, really grippy, good overall. For the box squat, this is a Mike Bartos Power Center box squat in that custom gloss white. I like it. It is big, it is heavy. It probably needs some wheels because it's hard to maneuver. Look how big that thing is in regards to my rack. Now on top of that, I actually bought 2 extra tiles. So these are the same tiles that I have on my deadlift platform from Rogue. They are, if I am correct, like 1.5 inches thick. They're nice. These are the smooth finish. The bottom, these things are heavy, are this like button texture to get moisture in there so they can breathe a little bit better. But it's a perfect fit, and I use 2 of these on the lowest setting. So I got these recently because I have been using this box squat pad from AbMat, which I actually really like because this thing is super lightweight, which the other is not. Well, it's lighter weight, I should say. It is still kind of somewhat heavy as I struggle to pick it up with one hand. What I don't like about this so much though is number one, the thickness. So it's super thick. So when I put it on the box squat, it's almost like having like 4 or 5 of those tiles. So in the lowest setting, this is still too high for me to get full range of depth. I'm a taller lifter. I don't have good depth as is. So it's too thick. It needs to be thinner. If it was like that same thickness, like 1.5 inches or so, it'd be perfect. And you could just stack multiple. You could then use these for multiple different things like dropping dumbbells, which I'm trying to sell AbMat on making, but we'll see how that goes. But the other thing I don't like about it, which I've conveyed to them, is the size. It just doesn't fit a normal box squat box, which are typically 2x2. Now, I think the reason being is because they've made it to better fit the room mat or the Roo box. I have a whole bunch of shit on here. Tissues for when I cry after my terrible bench press sessions, iPad, some stickers. But if I were to do this, it is now the same width as that. So it would fit on here better. But I don't think you would box squat on this because again, even at this lowest setting, it would still be relatively too high. So overall, box squats went really well. I like them because it's forcing me to kind of get a little bit deeper. Hopefully over time, I can shed one of those mats so I can get even deeper, work on my depth, something I'm working on and struggling with, but I'm trying to address it. And now onto the rest of the exercise, and maybe I can catch my freaking breath. All right, so all of the accessories are done. I basically did some GHRs, I did some split leg squats, and I did just some hang leg raises again. When I get to the accessory stuff, I don't really worry about if I'm not hitting the reps in reserve or anything like that. I just want to get the work done and at least be challenging, which I think I did. But again, because I put a lot of my effort into the main sets, I'm happy with it. All in all, it took me about 1 hour and 40 minutes, which is too long in my opinion. I wrote in the notes of the session that I took too long between sets, which does tend to happen when I make videos and have to set up camera angles and things like that. So I try not to make videos like this every session just because it takes away from lifting, but overall, really solid in my opinion, and I'm happy with it. I'm gonna move that in the books and look forward to my last training day of the week, which is gonna be tomorrow. In the meantime, as always, thanks so much for watching and stay big.